Good evening. This is CTV News for Monday, April 22nd. I'm Patricia Vallone. Glad to have you with us. Well, 7 days after the Boston Marathon bombings, the city and the nation marked the tragedy with a moment of silence. At 2:50 this afternoon, bells rang across Massachusetts and the rest of the nation for the minute-long tribute. A private funeral was scheduled for 29-year-old Crystal Campbell today, as well as a memorial service at Boston University for a 23-year-old graduate student from China. 19-year-old Dzhokhar Tisharnayev remains in serious condition with a wound to his neck. Federal prosecutors charged him as he laid in his hospital bed, but details of the charges remain sealed. His older brother, 26-year-old Tamerlan, was killed during a getaway attempt. Well, security remains high around the nation after the Massachusetts bombings, including in the D.C. region. Airports, public transportation, and courthouses are on a heightened state of alert.
There has been, throughout our nation, perhaps throughout the world, there's been a heightened sense of security, and so we focused on that in every jurisdiction. Certainly we have here in Prince George's County. You know, we have an important symbol of fairness and justice in what I do every day, and that's to ensure the security of the courts. So we wanted to have a heightened presence, so primarily to address the fear that people might have.
Sheriff High says TSA's recent decision to allow small knives on airplanes is a setback for national security.
In my opinion, not a good signal for TSA to send. I think we had moved along the path where citizens had come to expect certain things as they entered our airline facilities and our train and bus facilities, and so we were all pretty much coming to terms with that, and then we have this change in policy, and I don't think that was a great signal to send.
And High says he was disappointed that Congress didn't pass tougher gun control laws this session, and he hopes the Boston tragedy leads to changes on the federal level. Well, reality hits hard for thousands of employees who work for the Federal Aviation Administration as the effects of sequestration kicked in yesterday. But it's travelers at nearby airports that are feeling the impact. CTV's Makia Turner has more.
Well, yesterday, the Federal Aviation Administration imposed furloughs on 47,000 agency employees, and 15,000 of which are air traffic controllers. Now, what does this mean for travelers? Well, the FAA, according to several press reports, has predicted that travelers could see more delays or some cancellations. But as of right now, a spokesperson for the airport and a couple travelers don't see much difference.
Well, right now, we're not seeing any impact at Reagan National Airport related to the FAA furloughs. Of course, we recommend passengers to check with their airlines before departing for the airport to see if there are any delays recorded. We also have been updating our website, mwaa.com, and we do send out tweets related to sequester, flight delays, anything that affects airport operations here.
I haven't noticed any differences, to tell you the truth. Everything's been just the way it always is.
Do you expect to see anything different down the line?
Well, I expect the lines to get shorter down the line. I expect everything to hopefully work itself out, and everyone, you know, you don't have to spend so long just standing just to get past security.
Though many travelers say they are pretty satisfied with service today, many of them are still keeping an eye out for many of these changes that are expected to come, as sequestration will last through the end of September. In Arlington, I'm Makia Turner, CTV News.
And the FAA also reports that agency employees will lose 1 day of work every other week, which could lead to major delays in the near future. Well, a man's body was found in Bladensburg in a wooded area yesterday. So far, police have not identified the victim or know how he died. A Bladensburg police officer discovered the body along 57th Avenue near Templeton Elementary School. County police have taken over the investigation and say it's not clear when the man died or how long the body had been in the area. Well, a Maryland home improvement contractor charged with accessing customer credit records without permission reaches a settlement with the Attorney General's office. College Park-based Washington Home Remodelers and its owner Daniel Bronstein ran unauthorized credit checks on consumers before they had agreed to do business. The company is also accused of using unlicensed salespeople as required by state law. The company denies committing the violations and has agreed to pay $25,000 in penalties.